Alright, first debate, first in a series of debates. I want y'all to check out Oreilly, what he has to say, and give him his opportunity. And it's my turn to destroy him. Alright, so check him out. Let me get my shit together here real quick. Let me see. There we go.
Dr. Jamie Foxx wore a Trayvon Martin t-shirt at the Black Entertainment Awards a couple of days ago. Of course, Mr. Fox has no idea what happened on the night Mr. Martin was killed in Florida. Nevertheless, he's extending his support in a very public way. Now, the key question is this. If a white actor had worn a George Zimmerman t-shirt, would that have been acceptable?
Stop.
Monica Crowd, Combs on the spot.
Alright, now. Alright. Firstly, George Zimmerman received plenty of support from the white community, from the Caucasian community. Not in the form of t-shirts either. Monetary compensation. That's how his case was paid for, Oreilly. So, and I'm sure there were celebrities who voiced that. As a matter of fact, I can think of one right now, Ted Nugent, who basically judged this child, a kid, as a thug and deserving of what he received, loss of life. So you're wrong in that aspect already. Let's continue.
Well, I probably would not have been acceptable. And there probably is a double standard. And there's a double standard, I think, because of disparity in this country between the perception that there's a white power structure, blacks are the minority, and I do believe we view things a little differently based on who really runs things.
All right, so I don't.
Alright, Combs, I'm not really trying to get at you, but you also need to be corrected. You're in need of correction. Perception. I mean, it's not about perceptions. It's about reality. You people have ran this country almost pretty much since its inception. And black people were second-class citizens up until 1865. And then another 100 years after that, pretty much, first part of the history weren't even considered citizens. And then, like I said, that last 100 years, second-class citizens. So that's not a perception. That's the reality that we come out of. Now, we'll go back to that perception point in a minute because I do want to touch bases on that a little later. Let's get back to Oreilly.
I want to put words in your mouth, but it's okay for Jamie Foxx. Is it okay, by the way, in your opinion, for Jamie Foxx?
I think it's okay for anybody to wear anything they want to wear.
So it's okay for Jamie Foxx to wear a t-shirt, sending a message that he supports Trayvon Martin, when he doesn't know what happened.
I don't think any of us know exactly what happened unless we were there.
So if any of us don't know, that includes Jamie Foxx.
But you have the free speech right to do whatever you want and take an opinion.
That's not what we're talking about here. So to you, this is okay. But if a white actor went up with Zimmerman on the t-shirt, that would not be.
Alright, did you see what Oreilly did there? It's pretty slick. Basically, Combs had him, because you do have a right to express whatever opinion you want to. Oreilly, that's not what we're talking about here. That's precisely what we're talking about here. See, but if you bring that point up, it's basically moot Oreilly's whole conversation. But see, this is the nature of you people. You see what I'm saying? You get upset for people being upset or for people representing opinions contrary to your own. See what I'm saying? And that is very flawed thinking, and that's thinking that you people have had pretty much since your inception. So back to the video.
I think people, and I would view it differently.
You would view
it differently because of the way, the perception we have in this country. We have a white power structure. Whites run everything.
The white power structure.
We have blacks who are still a minority in this country. You don't have equal treatment.
You do know we have a black president and a black attorney.
That doesn't mean that we have equality in this country.
Okay.
And that's why there's a perceptual difference.
Fine. Would you view it differently? Jamie Foxx,
Yeah.
media didn't say a word.
Not a peep,
Okay.
right, for Jamie Foxx.
But-
Okay. But if a white actor went out with a T-shirt, like you said, with Zimmerman's face
Right.
on it, or a quote that says, "I believe in George."
Okay, I just want to address something that she basically said. Black president and a black attorney general. See, these are, these are tactics that conservative groups and people like Oreilly and this lady here that they try to do. Basically, oh well, since there's a black in a position of power, how could we be racist? When at every junction, every corner, they fight the man tooth and nail. He told fat ass people here that they needed to eat vegetables, and they got mad at that. He could say the sky is blue, and there would be a problem. You see, but this is the nature of the mindset, the mentality. And it's not your fault. You've been groomed to fear black your entire lives, starting with your fairy tales. So it's something that's ingrained in you from a very young age. You're trained that way. So a lot of y'all can't help it. Come on, shitty video, let's go.
His or her career would be destroyed. It would be destroyed on the spot because they would say that person is a racist. That person is siding
But
with
Jamie
the white
Foxx
Hispanic
is not a
defendant.
racist.
Jamie, that's the perception. I totally agree with you. It's a double standard. It's unfair and it's grotesque, but that's where we
So
are.
Combs says the double standard is acceptable to him because of the historical wrongs put upon the African American community by the white power structure. And
Okay, here we go. Yeah. Now, 2 points. It's amazing how, and now I like how you guys try to play the victim role, which you used to accuse us of all the time, and now you use it as a tactic. You guys are brilliant tacticians, but still not very, very smart. And to the lady's point that, or whichever one of you guys' point was it that what was it that the lady said?
any validity to that?
It is not right that we have this double standard in this country because by his logic, okay,
Double standard, that's what it was. So according to this lady, and she's right, there's a double standard, but she's once again, white people can only see things from their vantage point. It's a limitation. But yeah, so there's a double standard, meaning that Paula Dean or whoever she used in her example would lose their job had they wore a shirt supporting Zimmerman. And we can list a number of examples right now of Caucasians, prominent and not prominent, who have not only lost their jobs or been fired for having grotesque and out-of-date viewpoints, but they've received second chances, not 2, 3, 4 years down the line. You know, a couple of weeks later, months later. Let's see. Let's name some names just to basically destroy her point. Let's see. You had the guy Don Imus, the nappy head hose remark. He was fired and subsequently rehired. Has a job to this day. Let's look at Anthony Weiner. Let's look at is it Mark Sanford and the other guy in New York. Yeah, now Weiner and Spitzer are Democrats, but they got the complexion for the protection, as Brother Paul Mooney always says. So, once again, another fallacy. You know, another one of those, you know, white people fantasies where you basically just say shit and it doesn't even have to, you know, doesn't even really have to be based in fact. So, yeah, I think we just